What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we've got a huge video, so make sure you stick around for the entire thing. There's a lot of news for the past couple of days all around the NBA, so we'll get started. Kevin Durant has declined his player option with the Warriors and will become an unrestricted free agent. So obviously, you know, big news. Kevin Durant's probably going to be leaving. Klay Thompson, there's some news later on Klay Thompson, but for now Kevin Durant has declined his player option, so it looks like he will be moving on, but I guess we'll have to see in free agency. Now, some more recent news. LeBron James has come out and said he will allow Anthony Davis to wear the number 23. So, obviously, LeBron wears number 23 and Anthony Davis wears 23. So, followed by a tweet potentially mentioning that he will be wearing the number 6. You can see on screen, it's the number 6 with a little kind of, I don't know, it's either a high five emoji or it's the prayer emoji. A lot of people are, are talking about that, but some people are saying he could be going to the 6 to Toronto, but obviously that's probably not going to happen. So obviously he may be returning to his original jersey number, the number 6, which won't be good for people that have bought the number 23 LeBron jersey. So it looks like LeBron will be wearing the number 6 for this next season. Now, multiple teams have come out and said that they are interested in combining the talents of Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard. Now, obviously, these teams I don't have the exact list of teams, but I can assume that probably the Los Angeles Clippers are probably a destination where they can both sign the Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard. That would be an interesting duo. Obviously, Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard, they're two great scorers. They kind of do need the ball in their hand, but they can share the rock around as well. Now, Kemba Walker's free agency destinations include Boston Celtics, Charlotte Hornets, and the Dallas Mavericks. So, obviously, Boston is number 1 at the moment. He's the number 1 destination for Kemba at the moment. Obviously, his camp have come out and said that. So, obviously, I mean, Charlotte, he's been struggling a lot in Charlotte. The team has been struggling. I think, personally, it's good for him to get away now. Charlotte have kind of not ruined his career, but while he's still kind of in his prime as a bit, it would be good to go to a team where he can be a leader with some younger players alongside, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Obviously, Gordon Hayward will still be there as well. So, obviously, but Dallas as well. Dallas do have a lot of young players. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis, who will have some news later on, and also Luka Doncic. Now, after the great season with the Toronto Raptors, Marc Gason is exercising his player option. So this is in order to return, obviously, to get a bigger contract with the Toronto Raptors. Mid-season trade from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Toronto Raptors. So obviously he is happy. He is willing to stay. Obviously it will be a bit sweeter if Kawhi Leonard stays, but obviously Marc Gason is willing to stay with the Toronto Raptors. Now, a failed sign and trade deal has taken place with the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves have gone and contacted the Brooklyn Nets and tried a sign and trade deal for Andrew Wiggins in return for D'Angelo Russell. So Andrew Wiggins obviously is known for having one of the worst contracts in the league at the moment. He obviously isn't worth the money that he's receiving, but in some people's eyes he is. My opinion, he's not. But obviously the Timberwolves, the Nets would be stupid to get Andrew Wiggins in return for D'Angelo Russell. Russell is one of the best. I mean, he's probably second most improved player this year, obviously behind Pascal Siakam. But D'Angelo Russell obviously is going into his prime right now. He is going to be a great player. Andrew Wiggins is kind of a mid-tier, I would say. He's not one of the greatest players. Obviously, with a bad contract as well, it was a smart move to decline this sign and trade deal from the Nets. Now, huge news for the entire NBA. The NBA Commissioner, Adam Silver, has come out and said that the NBA kind of office have spoken about having fewer games for the 2021-22 regular season. So this is a few seasons down the track, but they will add a mid-season cup and a postseason play-in tournament. So this will mean that halfway during the season, this will mean actually they will have to remove the All-Star game. There's a potential they'll have to remove the All-Star game, but instead of the All-Star game, they'll have a mid-season cup. I'm not sure how it'll work out, but also a postseason play-in tournament. I'm not sure how that's obviously for the teams that don't even make the playoffs, but I'm not sure. That's a bit further down the track, but it's something they're kind of hinting at. A bit more Tobias Harris news now. The Mavericks, the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans are strong chances to sign him this free agency. Obviously, the Mavericks got a very young team as well. The Grizzlies, they're kind of in that rebuilding stage. Obviously, removing Mike Conley from their roster, trading him to the Utah Jazz. And the Pelicans, obviously, one of the most up-and-coming teams at the moment. Tobias Harris would be a good fit in for any of those teams. Now, Julius Randle has shown that he is not interested in signing back with the New Orleans Pelicans. That is well-known news. But the Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks, and Brooklyn Nets are expected to show interest in him this free agency. So wherever he goes, he had a breakout season last season. Obviously, any team will throw any amount of money at him just to try and get a season like he had last season. Now, Enes Kanter, who was the backup center for the Portland Trailblazers this season, has received interest from the Blazers, the Lakers, and the Celtics. So the Lakers and the Celtics are making a lot of moves. Obviously, the Lakers kind of have to. They don't have that many players, but there's a bit more Lakers news later on. The Celtics, obviously, a younger team. They could be signing Kemba Walker, but Enes Kanter would be a good backup center. He can talk a lot of trash, but he is a good backup center for any team. Now, Klay Thompson has said if he does not receive a max contract from the Warriors, he will be interested in signing with the Los Angeles Clippers. So, obviously, the Clippers have the money there. The Warriors are a bit of hot water at the moment. They don't have enough money to sign both KD and Klay Thompson. One of them will have to take a bit of a pay cut, but Klay Thompson said if he doesn't receive the max contract, he will leave the Warriors and potentially sign with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, the Henny God himself, J.R. Smith, has said that if the Cavs waive him, he will sign with the Lakers and join his old pal LeBron James. Now, J.R. Smith, obviously, he's out of his prime. He can still knock down some shots or, deliberately lose game one of the finals, but we won't talk about that. Obviously, if he goes back to the Lakers, that'll be quite a good team there. The Lakers are in need of a lot of players now, and if J.R. Smith can sign for near minimum, that would be a good boost for them. Now, more Lakers news. They are looking into signing Carmelo Anthony. Obviously, Melo got waived by the Houston Rockets last season, and I think he kind of signed with the Nuggets. I don't know, it was kind of difficult. He kind of signed with the Nuggets and received like millions of dollars, and then didn't play with them. Then they waived him, and now he's just making like New York hooping videos. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but the Lakers are showing interest in signing Carmelo Anthony. Now, huge news for Dallas Mavericks fans. Kristaps Porzingis is planning to meet with the team on June 30th, where they plan to offer him a 5-year, $158 million contract. So obviously, it's a huge contract, a 5-year contract, so signing him for the majority of his prime, you would think. But obviously, Kristaps Porzingis is a great stretch 5, kind of great stretch 4, I guess, wherever you play him. But obviously, with the removal of Dirk Nowitzki from the team, obviously he's retiring. A great young shooting kind of, obviously another European as well. It seems to be a bit of a trend with the Mavericks, but a great shooting power forward. Now, according to Woj, the Lakers have traded away Mo Wagner, Isaac Bonga, and Jemario Jones to the Wizards as a part of the Anthony Davis trade. So, Anthony Davis trade happened a couple of weeks ago now, and obviously they're kind of lacking a bit of money, but added onto that, he has waived his $4 million trade kicker, so leaving the Lakers with $32 million in cap room. So that means they can sign another max contract. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to do that or just sign some decent players for, around $6 million each or something just to fill out that roster. But now they've lost another 3 players. I don't know what they got back from the Wizards, but obviously, according to Woj, obviously these 3 players, Mo Wagner, Isaac Bonga, and Jemario Jones, I'm not sure how I would pronounce his name right, is going to the Wizards. I don't know. They're in a bit of hot water. I don't know. For me, personally, if I was the GM of the Lakers, I would sign some decent players to kind of have a bit of depth on the bench rather than trying to sign maybe a Kyrie Irving or a Kawhi Leonard. We are nearly there, guys. We're nearly finished. Patrick Beverley is looking for a 3-year, $40 million contract. Now, the Lakers, the Chicago Bulls, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Clippers have all shown interest in Patrick Beverley. Obviously, he's a great defender. He he's kind of an agitator. He talks a lot of trash, but he does his own thing. He does a lot of work. He works very hard, and the Lakers, the Bulls, the Mavericks, and the Clippers could all do with him on their roster. For our last story of the day, Terry Rozier, obviously his contract running out with the Boston Celtics. The New York Knicks have emerged as his most likely destination. So obviously Terry Rozier, an absolutely great kind of officiator off the bench for the Boston Celtics for the past few seasons. The Knicks, obviously, I don't know what the Knicks are kind of doing at the moment. They're in a bit of hot water as well. They're kind of, the Knicks fans are kind of holding their breath for the next few seasons, but Terry Rozier is a chance for signing there. Okay, that is it. We have finally finished. That was a huge news day for us, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Please leave a like. Tell me what you think about all the news down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.